that where I'll give you maybe 2 or 3 of them, of course, different types of questions from algebra, and we want to see how we can work out these questions. These questions are drawn from the past exam papers. Take note of that. So we have the first one here that we're supposed to factorize, and we're asking ourselves, how do we factorize these questions? Okay, how do we factorize these questions? So look at the first one. Look at the first one. I'll give you my number at the end of this video for those of you that may want to have our online lessons with us. Regardless of where you are, we have got very effective online lessons that you can benefit from. Those of you that are working, we teach even 20 hours, 21 hours, depending on how you want it. Okay? Anyway, let's get back to the video. To the question. So how do you factorize this one? If you look at factorization, we have got about 4 types of factorization. And in this one, we can first of all start with, do we have anything that is common here? If you look at this question, 2 is common. And when you factorize 2, this here you remain with 16 x squared minus 25 this side. Then now, what we have just used here is called a common factor method of factorization. Common factor method of factorization. Then we have what we also call a difference of 2 squares method. So we'll need to go down and say, okay, this 16, we can write it as 4 squared. We keep our x squared. 25 as well, we can write it as 5 squared. This is a difference. We're trying to achieve a difference of 2 squares. I'll go down here and say, okay, this is 4x squared. Both of them are squared, so we bundle them and do that. Then this is 5 squared. Now, at this point, we have a difference of 2 squares, which we can finally say, okay, this will be 2, open brackets now, 4x minus 5, close brackets. 4, if you want, you can start with a plus, 4x then minus 5 here. This is what you are supposed to have as your answer. This is what you're supposed to have as your answer, okay? This is what you're supposed to have as your answer. And you get 2 marks just to do this question in the exam. All right? Before I give you my number, let's do this one also. Let's do this one also. So, this is simplification and very simple, straightforward. So this is what I encourage you to do. Let's say here, then I do this. So we start with 7. 7 into 7, it's 1. Then I'll check down here on 15. We don't have the number that can go into 7 and 15. Then we come down here. 7 and the 28. Into 28, it goes how many times? 4 times. I'll write 4 here. When I come to S, here I just have 1 S. This S goes. Then it means here I'll eliminate 1 S. Then I'll remain with S to the power 2. Do you take note of that? And let's come to T. When you look at T, this T is squared. There it's cubed. So remain with 1 T there. Let's come the other side. We have 5 and 15. 5 here, it's 1. 15 here. 5 into 15, it's 3. Sorry, 15. Then let's go to U. This U is cubed. That U is cubed. Everything goes. Here we have 1V. Then here we have 2V. So meaning we'll remain with 1V. Then after we have done that, what do we do? Now we look at these. You multiply the ones that are on top. This is 1T and another one the other side. So it will just be T on top. When you multiply what we have down here, you end up with 12 V S squared or 12 S squared then V. This is what is supposed to be our answer here. Okay. We have another one here. Let me also do this one for you before I give you my number. Those of you that may want lessons with us, especially the GCE people, those that have no time to learn, we teach us even 20 hours, 21 online, whether you're in Pulungu, Livingstone, Kasama, anywhere. So how do we simplify this question? How do we simplify this question? So it's a question, when you've got fractions such as these ones here, the best that you can do is to look at how can I factorize these, okay? Now, when you look at what you have on top, how do you factorize that one? There's no other way. If you like, you can only say 1 y plus 1. Nothing changes, okay? That's the only way you can factorize that one, which is on top. What about the one that we have below? This will be y squared. Then I have to change this one and say 1 squared. And when I go down, this will be now like 1 y plus 1 over y plus 1 and then y minus 1. This is a difference of 2 squared, which we were just from doing the other on the other question. And then at this point, you will see that y plus 1 is common. So what are we going to have now? On top, we remain with 1 over y minus 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is going to be our answer. And at this point, I want to encourage those of you that may need online lessons, one-on-one, or you join the group. We are coming to the end of 2024 cycle, so we should be enrolling for those that are writing next year, 2025. So you can send us a message on WhatsApp. Then we'll get to attend to you. We'll agree on something. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel.